Alright, it's now time. I took these out and look at them. They are just a little bit browned. Maybe, yeah, here would be better. Just a little bit browned. And there are some brown bits on the bottom of the pan. That'll help flavor our sauce. So, what we're going to do is we're going to then throw in the onions. That's about 2 onions worth. I'm going to saute these. No extra oil or margarine or anything like that needed. And I also have the pasta going back there. I'm using bow tie noodles. I like them. They're the best. I like them for this recipe. All right. Okay. Now we're going to add our red and yellow peppers. As you can tell, I'm not adding green peppers. I'm not a big fan of green peppers. Green peppers, in my opinion, they're basically the first pick of the pepper. Peter Pepper picked a peck of putrid peppers. I don't like them. They are not sweet. They don't have a developed taste. They're pungent, and I just don't like them. They're cheaper though, so that's why more people use them. But I don't really like them. I forgot to set my timer for the pasta. So, okay. Okay. Alright. Now I'm going to throw in our mushrooms. These are baby bella mushrooms, which are also known as cremini mushrooms. The baby portobello mushrooms. Portobello mushrooms are basically big creminis. They're allowed to grow, or more mature creminis. Or you could say creminis are baby portobello mushrooms. I like them because they have a little bit meatier taste and they have a nice color to them. So they really add a lot to this dish. Okay. Now we're going to saute this for about 4 or 5 minutes, and this will cook down. But before we let this cook down, we're going to have to add our Marsala wine. This is a red cooking wine, and it is pretty strong. It is 18% alcohol by volume, but it is perfect for cooking. It's a nice, sweet taste to it. So I'm going to do what's called deglazing the pan. That is by throwing a cold liquid into a hot pan. You can then scrape the bottom of the pan. It'll bring up all the brown bits and help make a sauce. Maybe using my silicone tongs wasn't the smartest idea to scrape my pan, but yeah, it'll work. Now this is going to cook down a little bit, and one of the reasons why we dredge the turkey in flour is because it forms that little fond is what it's called. The brown bits on the bottom of the pan, and also will help thicken your sauce very easily. You see that is thickening up a little bit. I'm going to let this cook down for another 2 or 3 minutes. Alright, this has been cooking for a couple minutes, and it has cooked down considerably. Now it's going to cook down even more. It's going to thicken up even more when I add the turkey breasts back because of the flour that's on them. Now we're going to nestle those in wherever we can. Turkey breast cutlets, or steaks, or whatever they're called. Going to nestle those in there somehow. Okay. And we're going to let those cook. Okay. Time to turn these. And it's not going to be long now. It's looking absolutely amazing. And you can see it's thickened up considerably, that sauce down there. And it almost ends up not being a sauce, actually. It ends up almost just flavoring the onions and peppers and everything. I'm going to try this pasta and see if it's ready. Since I'm going to be using this plate anyway, I might as well. Ooh, hey. Ooh, hey. Not yet. Not done yet. Sit that on the side. But it's got another half a minute to go. And that's about how long this has. Now, you're probably wondering where the provolone comes into play. Provolone comes into play right here. Now, I wish I could have gotten this sliced already at the supermarket I went to, but oh well. It's a smoked provolone. It's got, oh, well, there's the timer for the pasta. I'm going to let that go for a minute or so. It's a smoked provolone, as you can tell right here. And it has a nice smell, great flavor, and you'll see exactly what we're going to do with it. I'm going to turn that off. Turn the temperature off on that. And all I'm going to do is lay this cheese right down on here. I had to slice this myself. But not like I'm going, oh boo-hoo, I had to slice it myself. No, I didn't mind. But you don't have to use a smoked provolone at all. You can use mozzarella if you want. You can use even regular American cheese works too. Any kind of cheese that's pretty good for melting would work for this. I wouldn't suggest a cheddar cheese. I wouldn't suggest anything with a real strong, sharp taste. This, it's mild enough to work. Now I'm going to take the lid, pop it right on it. Let's take it off that burner for good measure. Alright. And let that sit for about 4 minutes.